that comes your way at immediately following this game. So we hope you'll stay tuned for an evening of basketball, Class C semifinals here on Maine Public, here on Maine PBS. Now for the lineups, and we'll go to the scorers table.
A sophomore, number 14, Kate Farnsworth. A freshman, number 22, Ann Woodsum. A sophomore, number 30, Nicole Barbie. A sophomore, number 32, Heather Bailey. A junior, number 40, Kristen Barbie. A freshman, number 42, Nicole Pounder. A sophomore, number 44, Anita McGray. And a junior, number 52, Candace Field. For Calais High School, head coached by Bob McShane. A junior, number 10, Brielle Dagan. A senior, number 12, Lindsay Goodeye. A sophomore, number 20, Carrie Redding. A junior, number 22, Angela DeWitt. A sophomore, number 24, Julie Reynolds. A junior, number 30, Jennifer Russell. A junior, number 32, Katie Churchill. A freshman, number 44, Nancy Feck. A junior, number 50, Erin Foster. And a sophomore, number 54, Sarah Luddington. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for your starting lineups. For Narraguagus, a sophomore, 5'5" guard, number 12, Megan Skinner. And for Calais, a senior 5'5" guard, number 14, Biff Churchill. For the Lady Knights, a senior 5'9" forward, number 20, Melissa Meserve. And for Calais, a freshman 5'8" forward, number 34, Morgan Drew. For Narraguagus, a junior 5'8" forward, number 24, Lindsay Portree. And for Calais, a senior 5'10" center, number 40, Rachel Clark. For Narraguagus, a senior 5'5" guard, number 34, Andrea Taylor. And for Calais, a freshman 5'7" guard, number 42, Katie Frost. And for the Lady Knights, a sophomore 6-foot-tall center, number 54, Brittany Howe. And for Calais, a freshman 5'8" forward, number 52, Lana Martin. Your officials for this evening's game are Mr. Kyle Webb, Mr. Orser, and Mr. Paul. Now, ladies and gentlemen, would you all please rise and honor America as the Narraguagus High School Band, under the direction of John Cece, plays our national anthem. We will request that all fans in attendance would remove their hats during the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
And the Narraguagus High School band opening up the activities here at the Bangor Auditorium on this Friday night. Semifinal Class C basketball. The Narraguagus Lady Knights in their maroon and white are located in Harrington. And Narraguagus High School is filled with kids from the Harrington area. Calais High School, the Lady Blue Devils, be wearing the white uniforms with the blue trim. They're coached by Bob McShane, and Narraguagus by Marie Smith. We're set for the tap to begin this game to see who goes on to the Eastern Maine Final to play Shed on Saturday. Picked up by Narraguagus in the maroon uniforms. The Narraguagus Knights, and dribbling the ball is Megan Skinner, and we have a collision on the floor. Ball picked up by Calais, quickly down court, 2-on-1. Bounce pass in underneath for the basket that's up there. Good by Katie Frost.
We've got a player down. Looks like it's Skinner.
Skinner in a collision within the first few seconds of the game, and she seems to be
Pointing to her hip area.
having trouble. Wes Jordan, the trainer, out on the court. And Megan Skinner's starting guard, 5'5" sophomore, and here it is.
Take a look at it here.
I think she's holding an ankle or
Very fortunate here at the Bangor Auditorium to have Wes Jordan, the former trainer at University of Maine.
17-1, won their quarterfinal game over number 8 Dexter, 56-36. Now Narraguagus has the ball.
Sarah Snyder, number 10, has come in to replace Skinner.
Lindsay Portray, and coming up court is Melissa Meserve. Pass goes loose, picked up by the Lady Blue Devils, and this is Morgan Drew, the 5'8" freshman, on the side for the jump shot that's no good by Katie Frost, and taken down by Brittany Howe of Narraguagus. Giving it back to Sarah Snyder. Snyder doing the ball handling now, number 10. Brittany Howe holding the ball high. Now she dives into the lane, and a collision and a foul being called on
Clark
of Calais. Rachel Clark committing her first foul and the first team foul for Calais. So the Narraguagus Knights will take it out underneath their own basket. And out it comes to Snyder. Inside, Brittany Howe goes up and in. Nice move by Brittany Howe, the 6-foot sophomore for Narraguagus, puts it in.
A lot of young talent out on the floor here tonight.
And we're tied at 2 as the Blue Devils come back. Mitchell, and that's front to Lana Martin. And now Clark. Inside, intended for Martin. Play broken up and taken back by Narraguagus. Tied at 2 with 6:23 remaining in this first period. The semifinal Class C basketball matchup between Calais and Narraguagus. Narraguagus Knights, Andrea Taylor. Now inside, spin around jump shot is up and off by Meserve. Calais comes away with it. The rebound down to Clark, and now it's stolen back and put up and off that time by Portray. And it's tied up.
Narraguagus did a nice job. First, Clark did a great job getting the rebound, but then when she turned to try to throw the outlet pass, Narraguagus was able to take the ball back, but they just couldn't convert.
Lana Martin bringing ball across midcourt. Giving it over to Katie Frost. Inside for the pass.
Nice pass.
Underneath. The shot is missed by Clark, and now Narraguagus comes right back. Clark is a big key inside for Calais for missing that shot. Now quickly, Snyder moves in. See what the Narraguagus Knights can set up here. Snyder with it outside, trying to get it, beat it inside if they can. Andrea Taylor. Now moving in is Brittany Howe. And traveling violation on Howe. So the 6-foot sophomore takes steps. 5:18 remaining in period number 1. We're tied at 2. And look at Coach Marie Smith with Guagus, the Narraguagus Knights. Drew with it outside. Morgan Drew, freshman, driving in, jump shot, blocked, and a foul.
Reserve's going to pick up the foul. It'll be her first and the team's first.
Reserve thought she had a clean block, but it puts Drew on the line.
Morgan Drew with the line. Shoot 2 shots.
Outstanding freshman ball player, 5'8". Morgan Drew. Again, Calisthenics, 3 freshmen. Drew, Frost, and Martin are all freshmen. Calais pressing full court as Narraguagus takes it inbound. Snyder racing down court, and a foul, a blocking foul. Be called on Churchill, I believe.
I think it's going to go on Portree.
Go on Portree.
That's her first, team's second. We talk about the freshmen being able to contribute on Calais. They've got pretty good size, really, for freshmen. 5'7", 5'8".
Martin, 5'8", with the ball, passing over to Katie Frost. And Drew. Nice looking jump shot by Morgan Drew. Makes it 5-2. Long down court pass. Shot for it was out of bounds. Touched out by Melissa Meserve of Guagus, and Calais takes it back. Lana Martin with the basketball coming into forecourt. Martin goes over on the right side. Comes to Drew underneath the clock. Jump shot is up and good.
Rachel Clark is their force on the inside, a 5'10" senior.
Quickly, Calais darts out to a 7-2 lead. Pass is thrown away, intended for Meserve, and Calais will take it back. Coach Bob McShane looking on. Lana Martin on the dribble inside. Drew, pass to Clark. Up and off. Rebound coming down to Guagas. Howe with it. Gets it to Portree, and now Snyder. Snyder driving all the way in.
Nice hesitation
Lays
dribble.
it off the glass.
Right at the foul line. She kind of pulled up. The defense thought she was stopping, and she continued right on through.
Snyder is only a freshman as well, number 10 for Narraguagus. Lani Martin, and now we go over on the left side. Into Drew. Back out. Driving the lane, putting it up, and off was Katie Frost. And a foul.
Actually, ball out of bounds that time, Keith. Off Rachel Clark, so Narraguagus will put the ball in. And we'll see full court player to player to defense.
Brittany Howe will play it in. Pass to Sarah Snyder. Snyder across midcourt. Guarded by Churchill. Andrea Taylor now inside. Jump shot is up and missed by Meserve. Quickly down court come the Blue Devils. And off the glass and no good by Churchill.
And we've got somebody else down, although she's getting up slowly.
And we've got a tie-up, and the ball goes to Narraguagus.
That's Kaler limping up, but
Wow.
she's back down now. She better stay right down.
Les Jordan's had his work cut out for him the last couple nights. We had
So another starter for Narraguagus. Looks like another ankle.
Gee.
Megan Skinner is still sitting over there with her foot elevated, bag of ice on it.
Barbie's coming in now. Kristen Barbie, number 40, coming in for Narraguagus as they have to use subs early in the ball game. 7-4 Calais leading. Brittany Howe with the ball for Narraguagus.
Cal's going to come right at you with that press. Try to force some turnovers.
Barbie gives it to Melissa Meserve, number 20. Calais pressing hard. Thrown to Howe, but lost away. Brittany Howe intended for Howe. Lost out of bounds.
While Calais may not come up with steals off that, they are in your face constantly the whole game, and the intent is just to kind of wear you down, make you make the bad passes like we saw right there.
Nancy Feck has checked into the lineup for Calais, number 44. Drew with it. Morgan Drew. In the corner to Katie Frost. Inside intended for Drew, but thrown away, and now Howe has it, and Narragugus is back on the attack with 2:28 remaining in the first period. Down court comes Sarah Snyder. Inside Meserve. Collision on the floor. Brittany Howe has it in the lane, off the rim. Rebound Calais. Morgan Drew coming hard down court. Driving all the way in. Behind her back. Shot is up and good by Katie Frost. How about that play? Just snapped it over there.
You think they've played together some?
Behind the back bounce pass by Drew. Meserve driving in for Narragugus. No good. And the rebound coming down to Calais.
And they're off and running, and this is what Narragugus does not want to do,
Drew
get caught up
again.
in that running game.
Pass over to Feck and back outside for the long pop by Martin that misses. And Howe has the rebound for Narragugus. 1:40 remaining. 9-4. Blue Devils on top. Now it's stolen back by the Blue Devils.
We're going to have a foul there on Melissa Meserve.
Feck knocked the ball loose, and Meserve committed a foul. And Lana Martin.
Kind of see a pained look on Meserve's face. She went down hard here on that 2 plays ago, and I'm not sure that she's still got it back together yet, as we have a timeout here. With 1:32 to go, Calais up by 5 here in the first period.
And this is number 1 against number 5, 2 Washington County traditional powerhouses. And as
Take
you
a look at Kaler over here now, and Skinner. 2 bags of ice, and West Jordan seeing what he can do to possibly get them back into the game, but obviously a big blow to Narraguagus to have 2 starters sitting on the bench. There's a look at the Lady Blue Devils, coached by Bob McShane. 4 freshmen on the floor right now, along with Rachel Clark.
Narragugus girls coming back out for the final 1 minute 32 seconds in this first period. And Nancy Feck will play the ball in. Feck, 44, a 5'4" freshman. A lot of freshmen on this Calais squad. 17-1 on the season. Feck with it. Starts to go inside, can't get through, and now up and
Off
in
glass.
is Martin. And it's 11-4. Calais pulling out to pretty good early lead here, widening the margin. Sarah Snyder with the basketball now for Narragugus. Goes to the foul line, spins, goes right. Inside, Howe and Clark tie it up. Possession will go to Calais.
Biff Churchill checking back into the game now. Gives Katie Frost a break.
Lana Martin doing the ball handling right now. Number 52. 52 seconds. Bad pass inside, picked off by Howe of Narragugus. Quickly the Knights come down 4. Now it's scrambled 4 on the floor, and I think we have a foul this time on Calais.
Going to be on Nancy Feck, her first, team second.
Lindsay Portray will inbounds it. Melissa Meserve guarded closely by Martin.
They'll play that in-your-face man-to-man defense. And right there, they get a tip on the ball.
Sarah Snyder with it. 23 seconds. Narragugus Howe goes in the lane, puts it up, and doesn't get the roll, but a player control foul on Howe.
Ball's going to be put in play at the far end. That'll be Howe's first foul. Team's fourth foul.
Fack bringing the ball down court. Over to Churchill, back to Fack. Going to Martin.
Nice
Coming
cut down
through
the
there.
middle.
Fack coming down the lane, gets the pass, but can't make the basket. And after one, it's 11-4. We'll be back in a moment.
You're watching tournament basketball on the stations of Maine PBS.
Back at the Bangor Auditorium, the winner of this one will go on to play the
The Woodland Dragons.
Dragons, who defeated Skank this afternoon. Upset game, an overtime game, 64-59. So it'll be Woodland versus the winner of this one in the final on Saturday night.
So Washington County very well represented here.
Sure are.
Oh, nice move. She has some good drives to the basket, and Howe there with the follow-up.
Snyder spinning in the lane and losing the defender, going right to the glass, and Howe picking up the rebound and the basket. It's 11-6 now as the Guagus Knights keep it close. Long shot by Drew.
He
3
nails
points.
the three.
3-point goal by Morgan Drew.
Again, they're bothering Narraguagus with that pressure. Force the turnover.
Reserve can't save it in. And Churchill will play it in for Calais.
Back into Calais, number 42, Katie Frost.
Katie Frost coming back in now.
5'7" freshman. Frost, number 42. This is Fack. Churchill. And Drew in the lane. Nice bounce pass. Up and in by Martin. Drew does it all. I mean, she shoots, and her assists are really outstanding. Made a couple of really nice assists.
Again, you can see how much they've played together. They know where they're going to be underneath, and Martin comes up strong to finish it. She goes to the line for the bonus shot.
Missing the shot. Ball tipped in the air. Another heads-up play by Drew as she bounces off the knee of a Guagus player, and Calais gets it out. Drew in the corner. This is Fack. Looking for somebody. Gets Drew in the lane. Jump shot. Off the rim. Rebound underneath by Calais. Katie Frost puts it up and gets fouled.
Foul's
and
going
will be on the line.
That foul's going to be on Brittany Howe. He'll be her second.
Narraguagus foul number 54, Brittany Howe. That's her second, team 6. Katie Frost on the line. Shoot 2 shots.
(17-6). Calais lead. Our second shot missing. Reserve coming down with it. Another whistle, a traveling violation this time on Snyder. So Calais takes it right back. Back number 44 with the basketball. Guarded closely by Snyder. Drives in, pass underneath for the shot that's up. And good by Lana Martin. They just keep going to the well.
The other thing that I like is they're making good use of the bounce pass. So many times you see the kids try to throw just the regular chest pass in there. It won't get through. In tight, they throw the bounce pass. And Brittany Howe with a little passing demonstration, reserve, passes off to Poitry for 2.
19-8. Churchill. Now it's scrambled for on the floor, knocked out of bounds. Let's see who touched it. Touched last by Guagus. The Lady Devils play it in, and Churchill will take the ball out of bounds. Into Katie Frost. Frost down to Martin.
There's that bounce pass.
Every time in there. You're right, too often they try to force a straight pass right through the defense, and it often doesn't go, but the bounce passes. Now we've got a foul in backcourt on Drew.
Calais foul on number 34, Morgan Drew. That's her first, team's third.
3 team fouls now for Calais, as Drew picks up her first.
Lindsay Portray taking the ball out of bounds and getting it into Brittany Howe. Howe comes into forecourt, guarded by Drew.
They pick them up high here. Again, the idea is just to keep wearing at you.
Snyder with it. Top of the circle, now starts to go down the lane, starts to spin, but it has the ball picked away from her. Narraguagus gets it back, and a shot is up and off by Portray, but a foul is called.
I think that's going to go on Drew as well. It'll be her second. Rachel Clark getting ready to come back into the ball game. With the rule change this year, Clark has to wait till the second foul shot before she can check in.
So the 5'8" forward, Lindsay Portray, a junior at Narraguagus High School.
Also coming in, Carrie Redding, number 20, a 5'6" sophomore for Calais.
Calais with the rebound. Clark with it. Quickly down court. Churchill driving the lane up and off the glass is Frost. Katie Frost, another freshman, scoring points. 23-8 now. Calais widening that lead. Long down court pass. Shot is up and good by Missouri.
Serves a nice, strong athlete, doing her best to keep the team in this right now.
Martin with the ball, number 52, guarded by Snyder. Churchill, and in the corner. Clark moving with the rebound, up, blocked, and the foul.
Able to draw the foul again. As I look over at the Narraguagus bench, 2 of these starters, there's Coach Marie Smith, and obviously kind of a disappointed look on the coach's face right now. She's got 2 of her starters sitting over there with bags of ice on their ankles. It doesn't look like they're coming in anytime soon.
Pretty bad omen when that starts, when that you lose 2 players in the first period like that, 2 of your starters, similar injuries. Clark's foul shot makes it 25-10.
Nicole Barbie checks back in for Narraguagus, and Narraguagus is going to take a timeout right now to talk things over as Calais has come out with a 15-point lead here in the second period.
Narraguagus getting in a real hole, and you have to find a way to climb out of it. Coach Marie Smith will discuss things with them and see what they can do without 2 of their starting players who went out with injuries in the first period.
And just from watching that quarterfinal game that they played, Megan Skinner, she certainly puts points on the board, but she's also an emotional leader for the team out there. And as I looked over there, she was doing the best she could on the bench just to try to cheer them on. But obviously, West Jordan's over there talking with her right now. She's taking the ice off it. She may try to come back in. I don't know.
Looks like a foul on Churchill as Narraguagus comes back down court. That'll be the first foul on Elizabeth Churchill. Team's Calais' 5th foul, 5th team foul. 17 fouls already on Narraguagus. Snyder with it, driving in the lane, spins up, lays it off the glass, doesn't go. Clark with the rebound, quickly down court.
Here they go.
Katie Frost looking to set it up. She'll take the long pop.
It's in. On any given night, any one of these freshmen can step up and be the scorer.
Sure looks that way, doesn't it? Kristen Barbie has the ball knocked away. Gets it back. Inside spin around jump shot missing by Lindsay Portray, and then back up and in.
Puts it up left-handed. .405 remaining in the first half.
The young Calais Blue Devils with the fabulous freshman. Jump shot is good by Elizabeth Churchill, one of the few seniors on the team. Sarah Snyder dribbling, gets it in, getting it in the fourth court now. Handing it off to Melissa Meserve. Back to Snyder. To Meserve. Snyder starts to drive. Jump shot is in.
Again, I like,
Meserve.
we talked about how her athletic ability right there. A nice pull-up jump shot off the dribble. Squares up well, gets up off the floor.
That's the other way with 3:12 on the clock. Inside, down low, moving in, up and in is Lana Martin, and drawing a foul.
Draws the foul on Portree. And that's going to be Portree's third foul. So if it's not injuries that's getting them, now they're starting to get into some foul trouble as well.
So Martin on for the 33rd point for the Calais Blue Devils. 33-14. Big lead that Guagus may have trouble overcoming. At midcourt, it's stolen. And running down and laying it up and missing the basket is Redding, and a foul underneath.
That foul, I believe, is going to go on Katie Frost. Coming back in, Nancy Feck, number 44, coming back into Calais.
Kristen Barbie gets it up to Nicole Barbie. Outside to Snyder, who will stop and set it up. Barbie goes to the right side, starts to go inside, stops, gets it over to Barbie, and let's see,
And a blocking
collision on
foul.
the floor.
Blocking foul, but Meserve goes down hard again. She's been limping on and off throughout this first half. They can ill afford to lose another one. We're going to take a look at that. Clark tries to get down and shut off baseline, but doesn't get there quick enough, and she's the one that creates the contact. She goes out now with her second foul, and Carrie Redding comes in to replace her.
Quickest ball out along the end line.
3 seconds.
3-second violation. Apparently Barbie in the lane.
Meserve's calling for a sub. She's having a real hard time down here. Now she's going to play defense 2-on-1, and they just can't get back. They're going to get the hoop +1.
Terry Redding with the basket. And going on the line. Just a huge lead here for Calais. 35-14 in the second period.
Meserve's coming off. West Jordan's going to take a look at her, I believe, in a second. Coming in for her, number 52, Candace Beal checks in, 5'11" junior.
Third injury for the Guagus Knights in this first half.
On the regular season, Coach Smith said that for a half they were able to stay with Calais until they got in foul trouble and lost a couple of their starters. They've lost a couple of their starters in the first quarter tonight.
It looks like, yeah, when it rains, it pours for them, and it's pouring right now on the Narraguagus Knights. As you look at the bench, Candace Beal on the line for 1-and-1. Beal is a 5'11" junior, number 52, missing, and Calais coming away with it. Quickly, the Blue Devils get down court, and here's the long ball switch by Martin. 3.
So they were all getting into it, and as you said, when it rains, it pours. They're starting to pour in threes.
38-14. Portray trying to get it out of backcourt. Guagus finally does with Snyder as Calais backs off on the press. Snyder drives down to the foul line, spins, goes in the lane, puts it up and missing, and the rebound coming down to Calais. And Churchill looks for somebody, gets it to Martin.
Megan Skinner was up over on that sideline trying to walk off that ankle injury, and it's just not going to happen. She's not coming back in.
Martin goes right to the basket again, making it 40-14. 1:33 remaining in the half. Guagus trying to get something going here. This is Snyder trying to set something up. Calais really dogging the basketball, coming up with a steal time and time again. And
Nice
finally, a shot by Kristen Barbie. 40-16. Now a steal by Narraguagus. Barbie again. Stops, puts it up, and it goes down. She's got a soft shot when she's open.
She says, don't count us out yet. They've got some kids stepping up from the bench. Going to give it their all.
Martin's going to drive down, pass off with a shot that's up and off by Feck, blocked, and knocked out of bounds.
That block, Portree was able to get the hand on the ball to block it. Calais will put it back in under their own basket.
Katie Frost will play it in to Churchill. Back inside, Martin spins, fires to the right side now for a long pop by Feck. Looks good. 42-18. Pressure continuing to come in backboard by Calais. 23 seconds remaining in this first half, and coming back in now is Lindsay Goodine. They're coming in for the first time, number 12, 5'7" senior. And Howe is back in the ball game. Rather, Candace Beal is playing center now for Narraguagus. Now pass goes astray, picked up by Calais. Long down court pass. And Feck is up and in. From Goodine to Feck.
Nice outlet pass from Lana Martin, too. You're going to figure she probably plays a little softball the way she threw that ball. And the Calais fans on their feet at halftime.
Calais just roaring off to a huge, huge lead, 44-18, and Narraguagus is
they're just really
in trouble without those three players.
Sure, and they're three key players. Not, you know, obviously they start the game, but they have major roles, and you can see right now kids are trying to adjust to exactly the kids that are coming in off the bench. What is my role? What do I have to do now that they're not in the lineup?
They get Skinner right there, a leading ball player, and she was injured a few seconds into the ball game.
And she tried just a few minutes ago. I was watching her over there. She tried to get up. She was going to try to make the effort to come back into the game. She couldn't place any weight on it.
She was injured within the first 20 seconds, right? So that's a big loss for Narraguagus. They trail Calais 44-18. Back at the Bangor Auditorium at halftime, where the Calais Blue Devils are holding on to a huge lead here this evening. There's been 3 injuries to Narraguagus players. It's 44-18. We now go to Ernie Clark. Ernie.
All right, thanks a lot, Keith. The 2 overtime victories have put the Woodland Dragons into Saturday's Eastern Maine Class C Girls Final against the winner of the game you're watching right now, and I'm here with Coach Don Rofi of the Woodland Dragons. First off, congratulations. Down 9 points at the end of 3 quarters. What changed?
The girls just wouldn't give up. They refused to give up. We were pressing all the way. We figured we could wear them down eventually, and I think it worked.
A 64-59 victory over Skink in today's earlier semifinal. Watching the game early on, Skink had a size advantage and seemed to be taking advantage of that quite well. What did you do different to take that away from them?
We didn't actually do anything different in the second half. We had told the girls from the beginning they'd have to work hard in the boards, and every time I called a timeout, I reminded them, hey, you got to do something. You know, this is it. And they finally started, you know, working around getting the body on position, and I think probably in the second half it was pretty much even rebounding, and that's what we wanted to begin with.
And balanced scoring as well. 4 players in double figures, 2 of them freshmen.
Oh yeah, that's been happening all year. We've got actually had 6 kids that have scored over 100 points this year, and we don't know who's going to do it one game to the next. There's always someone stepping up.
Only 3 seniors on the roster. Did you envision back in November that where you are right now is a possibility?
Well, you always hope where you'd be, but no, actually, January 2nd, we were sitting 3-4, and that was kind of far from our idea that we might be here, but we put together a great streak, and the girls, the big thing about them, they just refuse to quit. They hustle, they dive, they do everything they can to win, and it shows.
Your success as a 7th seed in the C tournament, Shed of Eastport, the 6th seed in the D tournament, both in the regional finals, really speaks well to the quality of play down east this year.
Yeah, it has been a tough conference down there. We play everyone twice, and we've had some great games. Calais, Guagas, Jonesport. You know, it's a great atmosphere down there.
Talk about Narraguagus and Calais, A, what you've seen so far tonight, and B, how you've matched up against those teams this year.
Well, we played Guagas twice. We beat them at home late in the season, lost early by quite a bit. Calais, we lost by 4 at home, and then by about 30 at the end of the season away. That was at a stretch where we had played 6 games in 10 days, that being the last one. We were physically pretty well exhausted. I don't think physical conditioning is going to mean anything tomorrow. Emotions, hey, we're right next door to Calais, bragging rights. If they win, that's all that counts, you know, to the girls.
One other thing we should mention before we let you go is that you arrived at the tournament with a beard, and I don't see one here tonight.
No, I lost my 25-year-old beard. I had promised the girls if we won the first game in Bangor, I'd shave the beard. Now that we won the second game, my mustache goes. I don't know what's going to happen if we ever won a third, but
we'll let that go for now and take it one game at a time.
Right.
Don Ropey, congratulations. Good luck tomorrow.
Okay, thank you very much.
All righty. Thank you. Back to you, Keith.
Okay, and we'll be back in a moment.
Back now at the Bangor Auditorium, we're going to take a look at some of those first half stats. Narraguagus shot 50% from the floor. They were 9 for 18, but Calais able to get off a lot more shots, 18 for 33 at 54%. From the foul line, Narraguagus unable to score, and there are 2 attempts. Calais was 5 for 8 for 62%. Big key factor there, turnovers, a dozen for Narraguagus. Calais had 5. Looking at individual scoring, balanced attack for Narraguagus. Most points being scored, 4 points for Lindsay Portree, Kristen Barbie, Brittany Howe, and Sarah Snyder all had 4 apiece. And Melissa Meserve with 2 points. Again, Meserve went out partway through that second quarter. Megan Skinner was down within the first 20 minutes, and also Andrea Kaler was out with an ankle injury. So obviously affecting some of their offensive power there. For Calais, everybody's coming right at you, led by Lana Martin with 16 points. Katie Frost, the other freshman, with 10. Rachel Clark with 4, Morgan Drew with 6, Elizabeth Churchill, also known as Biff Churchill, she had 2 points. Nancy Feck, coming in off the bench, had 4, and Carrie Redding with 2 for their total of 44 first half points.
Pretty amazing the way the Calais girls have, the way the Calais freshmen have contributed. I know it's going to be tough for Guagas, losing 3 of their starting 5 now with injuries. I'm not sure any of them will be able to come back into the ball game, and certainly it didn't look like Skinner would be able to come back. She was being helped off the court at halftime. Very unfortunate set of circumstances here for the Guagas Lady Knights.
I'm looking out there right now, watching them warm up, and I don't see Meserve out there warming up either. And they spent quite a bit of time in the locker room. Obviously, some key adjustments are going to have to be made with those players not in the lineup.
The big Go Blue Devils sign on the railing, and that's what they've done. They've really gone and opened this game up and scored 44 points in the first half. And you look at the Narraguagus huddle right now. They're pretty hard for the coach now to get something going with key players out for the game.
Sure, as you come in with a game plan, and as we said, teams are fairly, she felt that if she had her full lineup there, she could stay with them, and they had done that in the regular season. What she was worried about was a little bit of foul trouble late in the game, that she might lose some players. I don't think that, obviously nobody could have anticipated that she'd have 3 starters out, although Meserve is back on the floor now. She was a little late coming out of the locker room. She's limping a little, but she's in there. Number 20 you see on your screen right now.
And that certainly is good news for Guagas.
An uphill battle, though, now as they find themselves down 44-18 to start the third period.
Elizabeth Churchill will play it in to Martin. Down in the corner to Churchill. Gets Martin out front. Over to Frost. Inside spin around, move by Clark, gets the ball, almost loses it, puts it up and off. Rebound coming down, knocked out of bounds, and knocked out by Guegas. So the Blue Devils will play the ball in. J.D. Frost looking for someone, finds Clark. Clark shot partially deflected. Guegas coming back. Barbie. Shot is up and off, and the rebound scrambled for a pile on the floor and a triumph.
Good hustle by both teams that time. Coach Don Roffey alluded to the fact that that league that they have down in Washington County, very competitive. As we said, Woodland is in this. Obviously, 2 Washington County teams here. They also play against Jonesport Beals, so been playing some great basketball. Obviously, their strength of schedule has helped them out coming down the stretch here.
Long pop by Snyder off the rim. Rebound coming down to Howe. She'll go in the lane and hook it up and off and draw the foul. Looks like the foul is on Drew of Calais.
Calais foul on number 40, Rachel Clark. It's her 3rd team.
Foul on Clark.
Third team foul, third personal foul for Clark, and the first one here in the second half.
Clark and Drew are both shrugging their shoulders after the whistle was blown. This is Howe putting it through. Brittany Howe is a 6-foot sophomore. And she puts it down for the Lady Knights. It's 44-20. As Guegas fights to get back into the ball game. This is Drew with it toward Calais, and a foul being called on Snyder. So the Blue Devils will play it in along the side. Churchill will play it in. The 5'5" senior gets it into the 5'8" freshman Lana Martin. Quick foul picked up by Snyder.
Snyder again, as you said, that's her second one. Picked them both up quickly. They can't afford to lose her.
Looks like she hacked her on the wrist that time. This is Martin with it. Moving over to Churchill. Archie Martin playing pass. Dallas can slow the pace down. Play is about as deliberately as they want to now. Drew goes inside, puts it up and off. Clark with the rebound, off the glass and in.
You can't give them 2 looks at the basket.
46-20. As the Guegas Knights keep trying to get back in this one. We'll go to Ernie Clark right now. Ernie.
All right, here with tournament trainer Wes Jordan. Wes, just looking for a little bit of an update on the injury situation relative to Narraguagus.
Well, they've had 2 ankle injuries tonight, and a girl bruised her hip. The girl with the hip problem is back out and playing. The 2 ankle injuries, one is actually both of them are very doubtful to come back and play the rest of the game.
All right, thanks a lot. Keith?
Okay, thank you, Ernie. Lana Clark just scoring for Calais, making it 48-22. Guegas coming back down court. Meserve, one of the injured, number 20, passes the ball over on the right side. Guegas working it around, now trying to get the good shots. Snyder. Meserve underneath.
And that's going to be Portree.
An end by Portree. 48-24.
Now, normally, Narraguagus doesn't like to press Calais, but in this situation, they've got to try to create some turnovers, but Calais moves the ball very well, and when you press, there's a good chance, if they pass well, that you're going to give up the layup on the other end, and that's what we saw right there. Rachel Clark putting it up and in.
50-24 as Guegas comes back. Melissa Meserve to Snyder. 50-24. Snyder moves, spins, gets it back out to Meserve. Meserve goes down along the side of the end line and pops it in. Nice jump shot by Meserve. 50-26. As Guegas fights back. Churchill. Down inside. Clark up and off.
Nice strong rebound by Drew.
Drew gets it out for the shot by Lana Martin. 4:26 remaining in period number 3. Narraguagus Knights trying to get something going. Brittany Howe to Snyder. Now here's the pop by Portree. It's up and in, 52-28.
Give credit to Narraguagus. They're hanging in there, putting up a good fight.
Playing pretty even so far in this third period. Drew's pass is a bad one. Picked off by Narraguagus, coming down hard and going up and off.
But
Reserve, and then following it up.
Follows her own shot. Kaler now trying to come back into the game on that sprained ankle. She's going to give it a shot.
Shot from the corner by Drew. Rebound Clark. Clark is up and in. Clark is getting in there and scoring more than she did in the quarterfinal game.
Well, she's got herself some good position under there, and she's made good use of it, grabbing those off rebounds, putting it back up.
Snyder almost stolen from her, now tied up. Good defensive move by Lana Martin. Calais will take the ball. Possession arrow heading toward their basket.
Kaler's back in now, number 34 for Narraguagus.
3:17 remaining and the third period of this one. The winner advancing to the Eastern Maine C final on Saturday night. Inside Feck and Drew now. Starts to go inside, not much room, gets it way across court. And here's a long one by Frost that's in and out. And the rebound back up again by Drew. She scores and goes to the line.
She got hit on that one too, drew the foul. And Keith, as we said, these freshmen have good size, but they've also got some pretty good strength there. I mean,
really
she put that up strong. She took a pretty good hit and still finished the shot.
Really good form on their shots too. It's obvious they've been playing for a long time and playing together for a long time. Brittany Howe comes away with a rebound. Now going hard to the basket is Barbie, up and off, and she's fouled by Feck. Look at Marie Smith, the Narraguagus High coach, giving instructions to Sarah Snyder, number 10. And we've got a timeout.
20-second timeout for Calais.
Calais calls a 20-second timeout.
Well, Narraguagus is doing a better job of staying with Calais during this period. They pretty much matched it for baskets. A look at the Calais huddle with Coach McShane telling them they're doing a good job and to continue doing one. Kristen Barbie on the foul line.
Kristen Barbie in the line to shoot 2 shots.
Barbie on for 2 with 2:45 remaining in the period. Barbie is a 5'7" junior. Missing the second. And rebound down to Calais. Churchill gets it away to Drew. Drew comes down court to Frost. Churchill and back to Drew. Frost with it. And now Churchill. But underneath goes to Martin.
And Brittany Howe just takes that one
away. Ripped away by Brittany Howe. Narraguagus comes back. Snyder with it coming into forecourt. 2:10 showing on the clock. Snyder goes to the end line and pokes a long one up. Nice shot. 56-33. Nice pass to Drew, off the glass too hard. Rebound is up by Frost and it goes down.
Again showing that strength on the inside. This time it's Katie Frost, inside position, grabs the offensive board. Goes up strong, gets hit, but keeps that concentration. She gets 2 plus a chance for 1 from the line. You like the concentration. They continue, even when they've gotten hit, you can see she's still focusing on the basket. She expects to make it, and then the 1's the bonus.
And she did, 59-33. 147. Brittany Howe going toward the basket, drawing the foul, blocking.
Player control foul.
Player control foul on Brittany Howe, okay.
So Martin takes one for the team there.
Number 54, Brittany Howe. That's her fourth, team's fifth.
Howe starts to drive in, and Martin is apparently set. Not sure Howe would agree. Blue Devils coming back now. Going inside his Speck, stops in a crowd, gets it back to Frost with a long pop, missing, rebound, up, and no good by Drew. And coming away with it is Melissa Meserve. Down to Barbie. Drives down, puts it up and off. Meserve with a rebound. And a foul.
Meserve works hard. She got the outlet pass, put the ball out in front, and then she was right there to follow up on the miss. Earns herself a trip to the line.
Melissa Meserve at the line to shoot 2 shots.
One of the few seniors on the court tonight.
Checking in for Narraguagus,
Melissa Meserve. Portree coming back into the lineup for Narraguagus, number 24. And it's 59-35. Pressure coming from Guegas in backcourt. Almost stolen. Drew gets it into forecourt. Now a bad pass. And picked off by Narraguagus. Snyder with it at midcourt. Up to Snyder to set things up. Long three-point attempt off the glass. Rebound down to Clark. She clears it and gets it up to Martin. Martin driving hard, going behind her back. Now losing it in the corner, out of bounds. It looks like apparently touched out. It's hard to see who knocked it out there. Guegas giving it.
It's going to stay Calais ball.
And it comes for the shot that's up and good by Lindsay Goodine.
Didn't take her long to score when she got in.
Number 12, Goodine, is a 5'7" senior. 61-35 as the Blue Devils continue to rack up the score. Driving inside is Meserve. Trying to get inside. Can't do it. A whistle. Meserve looks like she's having trouble again with the ankle. She's limping back and forth over there. Number 20, Meserve, who went out earlier with the injury and came back in. She's trying to play and may have to go out again. Long down court pass to Feck, and Feck loses it. Picks up by Narraguagus. And Snyder coming hard with Feck behind her, trying to steal it, and a traveling violation on Snyder.
She dragged the pivot foot that time. Snyder's done a nice job trying to come in and fill the role that Megan Skinner usually plays on that team.
Okay, Feck with the ball coming into forecourt now. Gets it in the corner, back out. Inside, nice pass up and in by Martin. They just continue to play it their way. They lead 63-35 after 3. We'll be back in a moment.
You're watching tournament basketball on the stations of Maine PBS.
And we are back at the Bangor Auditorium where the Guegas Lady Knights have a long uphill climb to come back in this one. They're trailing Calais 63-35. Final 8 minutes coming up. Coach Marie Smith of the Narraguagus Lady Knights. The winner will advance to play Woodland in the Eastern Maine Class C Girls Final.
Narraguagus is going to start this third period with Meserve on the bench. Give her a little bit of a break. She's kind of nursing that hip injury.
Brittany Howe with the ball, moves into the lane, puts up a jumper that goes off the backboard and in. Nice. 63-37. Guegas continues to try to fight back here. Ball is picked up out front by Martin. Guarded by Snyder. It's over on the left side. Down low, intended for Goodine. Knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, Howe got a hand on that time. They were trying to, as you said, dump it down inside to Goodine. But Howe broke it up.
In the corner for the shot by Goodine. Off the rim. Rebound down to Narraguagus. Quickly coming down court to Snyder. One-on-one. She puts it up left-handed and gets the roll.
Good use of the left hand that time by Snyder.
63-39. Vegas fights to come back in this one. Barbie with the ball. Now she throws it to the wrong team. Up and off by Martin. Scramble for and out of bounds. Off from Goodine, I think, out of bounds. And Howe will play it in for Narraguagus.
Angela DeWitt now has checked in for Calais. Angela's a 5'7" junior, so Coach McShane going to his bench a little bit, getting some kids some playing time.
Calais continues to press full court. This is Snyder spinning and going into the corner. Now spinner on jump shot by Howe.
Howe's got some nice post moves on the inside.
Really has. She's really trying to step it up here and keep her team, or try to see a comeback in this game. 63-41, a 22-point lead with 6:24 in the ball game. And it's a big task for Narraguagus.
Drew and Clark check back in now for Calais.
This is Drew going in, jump shot, up and in and out, and the rebound back up by Clark, missing. Rebound down to Howe this time. Down to Snyder. Narraguagus comes running down court again, but Snyder will stop and set it up. Inside Howe off the glass, missing. Drew quickly down the other way, looking all the way down court, trying to find somebody to pass to. Gets it off and up and in by Angela DeWitt.
Everybody getting involved in the action.
Nice passing, good crisp passes by the Calais Lady Blue Devils.
Well, they see the floor real well too, Keith. You notice when they get those rebounds, the first thing they do is they look up and they're looking to see who's filling the lanes, if they can get that outlet pass out there.
Snyder stops, tries to shoot, shot deflected, and picked up by Calais. Drew getting it down court to.
Good defensive play by Skinner by Snyder that time. Able to break up that 2-on-1 break. It is a kick, but it's a smart play because it gives you defense time. You get a little bit of help back there.
A smart kick.
Reserve coming back in now.
Morgan Drew will play the ball in, the 5'8" freshman.
Kate Farnsworth, number 14, also in the game now for Narraguagus, 5'7" sophomore.
Bad bounce pass by Drew that time, picked off quickly by Meserve. This is Snyder to Meserve, long pop, misses, out of bounds. Narraguagus ball. Kerry Redding, bad pass picked up by Narraguagus, shot by Snyder, missing, up by Meserve, and good off the glass. 65-43. Drew driving hard, up, in and out. Rebound tied up.
Well, Rachel Clark takes it away. Just took it right away from Kaler that time.
Clark ends up getting fouled and will go on the line.
Narraguagus foul number 34, Andrea Kaler. That's her first, team
Kaler picks up her first,
Rachel Clark at the line.
team 6th.
Clark on for 2 shots. 66-43. Lana Martin checking back in. Kerry Redding going to the bench. Clark's second shot is no good. Tipped high in the air. Rebound Calais. Drew high off the glass and in.
Fadeaway jumper off glass. You gotta love it.
68-43. Brittany Howe. Howe gets it back on a give and go, but Pass gets away, and Drew picks it up. Lady Blue Devils coming down court. Lana Martin goes all the way in the lane, and a hard pass that time to Julie Reynolds, number 24. Drew goes in, passes inside. Hard pass, a little too hard, and it goes out of bounds. And Brittany Howe, the 6-foot sophomore who's had quite a game, plays the ball in. She gets it back and now gets it to Snyder. Sarah Snyder, 5'7" freshman, doing the ball handling this evening because Megan Skinner went out with an injury early in the game. She's on the bench. In and out that time by Meserve, and the Blue Devils come back down court. Martin dribbling hard. Angela DeWitt, and taken back by the Narraguagus Lady Knights. Long pop is high off the rim by Kate Farnsworth. This is Drew, back for Calais.
They like to push the ball up the floor. Narraguagus does not have time to get their defense set up, and that's DeWitt contributing 2 points there. The little jumper along the lane.
Calais continues to bring heavy pressure in backcourt as well. Vegas pretty much able to break that press, though. Reserve does that time. Inside to Howe, moving into the basket, partially blocked and pulled down by Clark.
And they're off and running again.
It's a no-stop offense, and there's a shot partially blocked that time by Angela DeWitt. And we race the other way with 2:48 remaining in the ball game. Looks like Calais will be going on to play Woodland in the Eastern Maine Class C final. They lead 70-43. Snyder's long three-point shot is off the rim. And here they come again. Drew down to Martin off the glass.
A great effort by Brittany Howe to try to get back on that one. Ended up way out of bounds. But as you can see, Calais is just able to run them right off the floor right now. Narraguagus, as we said, they've had to change their substitute patterns. And some kids are playing a lot more minutes than they're used to. And fatigue's starting to set in as we have a pile of substitutes getting ready to come in, and we'll try to pick those up. They're going into a timeout right now. Sure, they want to make sure everybody knows their new assignments, and we'll try to get those for you when they come back.
The Calais crowd up and celebrating. Looking forward to another in a number of trips to the Eastern Maine final.
I'm not sure that they, although there is a great tradition down there and they have very high expectations, I'm not sure that anybody expected these freshmen to come on as strong as they have this year. Very rare do you start three freshmen and end up and start three freshmen, bring in another freshman, and then find yourselves in the final.
A long, long cycle of talented basketball players coming out of Calais High School in the past several years. Especially in the 90s, going back to 91, they were in the Eastern Maine final. In fact, they were in the state final and won the state title in 93, 94, and in 97.
And we will showcase a huge rivalry in that Class C final with Woodland and Calais going at it.
Calais was also in the final last year, losing to Dirigo last year, but Calais winning the Eastern Maine championship.
We'll see if we can get some of these substitutions for you right now. 32 for Calais is Katie Churchill, a 5'4" junior, now in the ball game. Carrie Redding back in, number 20.
Traveling violation that time on Redding.
Number 22, Ann Woodsum, now checking in for Narraguagus.
Kate Farnsworth will play it in for Narraguagus, 14. Farnsworth gets it back from Snyder.
Candace Beal also in the lineup, number 52, a 5'11" junior.
Pass inside.
And there she is right there.
Up and off by Candace Beal. Racing the other way, the Calais Blue Devils. Everybody runs on that team.
Good head fake Couldn't get the ball to go for her, though.
DeWitt misses, and it's picked up in the corner by Narraguagus. Kate Farnsworth coming down court, 5'7" sophomore, number 14 in the ball game. Snyder drives along the baseline, back outside. Heather Bailey, the 32, giving it to Kate Farnsworth. Long pop by Farnsworth, missing. Shot back up and in by Candace Beal. 72-45 with 35 seconds remaining in the ball game. Driving inside, hooking it up left-handed, getting the basket is Carrie Redding. Redding is only a sophomore.
As we said, a lot of very talented players out there, and you really have to kind of hand it to Narraguagus. They were dealt a very tough blow there in the first quarter as they lost a couple of their starters, and it's been an uphill battle, especially for Narraguagus. You got to feel for the two seniors, Melissa Meserve and Andrea Kaler. I'm sure they would have liked to have had a shot at them full strength, but full strength or not, Calais has shown tonight that they certainly belong in the final game. They've got many weapons that can come at you inside and out.
Daggett getting into the ball game, number 10 for Calais, 5'3" junior.
And that was Nicole Barbie picking up that one. Final score, 74-47, Calais over Narraguagus, which sets up the big rivalry, Calais and Woodland, in the championship game.
And interestingly, Calais playing the number 7 seed after Woodland staged 2 upsets to get to the final, winning 2 games in overtime. And so it'll be a Washington County rivalry that moves on to the Eastern Maine final. Should be a good game.
Should be a very good game. And again, Woodland features some freshmen of their own in Ashley Marble and Julia Knights, who comes off the bench